Alright, so let's talk quail. Why am I doing quail? I've seen a lot of videos, people say don't do it, food's too expensive in a prepping type situation, you're not going to get enough meat off of it. Here on the backyard homestead, I have chickens for eggs, we grow a lot of vegetables, we're really trying to supply good nutritious food, sustainable food that way. I can't have a rooster here, I can't have a goat, I can't have a cow or a sheep, or some of these are things I can't really breed the animals too much here. And so that makes it non-sustainable. You know, if I want more chickens, I have to order more chicks or eggs through the mail, and if that's not up and going, you know, that's a problem. And so I was needing something for some protein, some substitute for one, and so I came across quail. And so I think I'm going to do these quail because I can breed them here in the backyard. I don't think there'll be a problem, and so that way I can continually have eggs, new birds for meat. I know they don't supply a ton of meat, but they will supplement some protein in there. Plus it's good meat that I know what's going into it, and it's healthy. I'm also doing this too, as everything we do here in the urban homestead in the backyard. We're developing skills. We're trying to learn how to do things and get in certain habits, so that way when we do have some land or some more to be good stewards of, when we're good with the little we have and we're blessed with some more, we'll be able to do that well and know what we're doing. So with that, also I need to learn about some butchering. I haven't done this. I am a little weird about it, to be honest. So you know what, quail's an easy way to start from what I understand. So I'll get into some butchering and cleaning and learning some of those, so that way when I do have larger animals to do, my family will be a little more warmed up to that. Now of course we don't want to kill anything that we're not going to use. Part of why we're doing this is I treat my animals very well. These chickens they get more luxuries and things than they most certainly need, and I guarantee the quail will as well, so they'll live wonderful lives, a lot better than the meat you buy in stores and things like that. So there's lots of reasons for me to do quail. I do, as being a prepper, I do think it's wise, and I do stock up on our food and water. It also means stocking up on animal food, so I do have 5-gallon pails full of dog food, full of chicken food, various types, and now I will do quail food as well, so I have that on hand. We want to be sustainable with the food as well, so we also raise our mealworms. I feed them our organic grown vegetables here, so that way I know what goes in the worm, and then the worm goes in the chicken. Chickens lay the eggs, and then I know exactly what's gone into everything all the way through. And so we're growing the sorghum for that. I want to grind up some corn and things we've grown. We do use our zucchinis and other foods that I'll give the birds as well to help supplement and become a little more sustainable. They do get chick starter for the worms and things like that, just because of the protein content, and so I'll be looking for a different way to go about that eventually as well. Anyways, with that said, I think the next venture here at the Grafton Branch Homestead is going to be some quail. So keep watching, subscribe, and hit the like button. Leave a comment if you would, just so I know those are working. And stay tuned for the venture in quail here. Got to get creative when I'm doing this. Hello. This will be the frame for the sandbox, the chicken run, or the outdoor area, the yard, or quail, sorry, another quail yard. doing that, so that way I can drop the food and water right in between. And then they'll have one more sandbox, and then there'll be a, or actually I think this one will be a sandbox, I'm guessing. And then over here we'll have another yard and a nesting box, and I'll keep males in one of them and breeding ones in the other, and do something like that. That may change, but that's the plan for now. So anyways, we need to put the 2 top beams on, which I have, and then we can start laying in the actual structure for the hutch. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled the other one out we had built. I'll show just some real short clips of that here. It was all done with 2x4. It felt pretty weak, and it had a few design errors that I didn't like. I got this one off of Slightly Redneck's website, I believe, and so I just tried to copy some of what he did. So what I did was I exchanged 2x6 here on the ends, and then put in a 2x4 frame using pocket screws here. And then we put some of these pocket screws in. Pocket screws here, and then just screwed it in on the sides. So this will give me a true base that I won't have to cut any like little corners out for the bottom for the wood and wire. It'll also allow a lip here for another 2x4 for the door to swing down. So I like the idea, so we went ahead and copied that. I didn't get a whole lot of filming on the build of it, so I'll go over it and try and get some with the rest of it. So what we did was these 2x6s I cut at 5'6". That's just what I chose to do because it's what fits inside this area of my chicken coop now to be quail coop area. So 5'6" on those. I did 2-foot cross beams. That's what the wire is at, and one of the recommendations I got as well to just cut what the wire comes at, so I don't have to cut the wire. So they're 2-foot beams, and then across, again, just because of what fits in here, they're 7'6". I had to take about 6 inches off, which is not a problem. So I got a 2-foot by roughly 8-foot, so that gives me 16 square foot of space here, which would be about 16 to 20 birds, and so that sounds about with what we want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and screw in one more 2x4 across here, and then we'll start building some of the inside. Okay, so I've cut a 6x6 piece here, a 2-foot piece that I pounded into place here right above the 2x4 intersection on the end here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put one over on this side as well. I started off doing this because the roll of hardware cloth I got is 2-foot by 5-foot, and so I was going to cut 6 inches off since it won't cover 6 inches. I ended up really liking this. I think it's going to add a lot for the stability of the structure of this corner. It will allow me to seal it up really good, and then to put a little LED light or whatever have you right up above it. So I'm going to put this in here, and actually, as I'm thinking, I think I'm going to go ahead and put one across the middle as well, or 2 where their water can sit on and the food as well. So we're going to go ahead and drill the holes and screw this in.
Alright, so I'll screw that down here, right there, and here, in 4 slots. I'm going to go ahead and put on another 2x6 pieces here.
Alright. Aha, I got an idea. I got it. Alright, so we'll do this in the 2 sections, and then right under the box on either end where stuff can't fall through, I'm going to go ahead and build a hanging quarantine coop on this side and a hanging male coop on that side. I think that might work. Anyways, thanks for watching with me today, for listening to me talk a little bit. Hopefully this helps or interests someone. Anyways, this was day 1 build of the quail hutch. Subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. That way I know they're working. It's muchly appreciated and helps more than you know. And then I'll be back with another video and some more build.